Okay, this is video recording one for Hello World OS. Today's date, August 30th, 2022. So here's a quick overview of what I have done so far. This is the first video, so you haven't actually seen anything. So first of all, I'm using Sway, so don't be surprised by anything here for the window manager aspects. But the first project that I had worked on would be the viewer. So I actually have the viewer working here, so I can go downloads, I have some test images, so I can just point it to a directory and that will just pop out like that, and it will render various formats. So I worked on this spinner the other day for loading indicator. It can do raw files, PNGs, icons, that kind of thing. I tried implementing SVG support, but that did not go over so well. It was really important that I have iPhone and RAW photo support, as those are very popular, obviously. And I myself use a digital or SLR camera, DSLR, just Sony RX 100. And then I also have an iPhone. So that's pretty much the viewer. You know, you can use navigation. It was just important to me that the file format's basically, and it also looks nice. There's buttons to change background color. You have 3 modes currently: black, white, and picture inspired color. You can also view information here, and there's also a timer. The timer doesn't currently work though at the moment, so that needs to be fixed. And it'd be nice to have different options for the timer. But that's pretty much it. Very simple. It's supposed to be very easy. My biggest issues with viewers on other systems is they include cloud functionality, which I'm not a fan of, or they're just cumbersome, or do a little bit too much. The second app that I've been working on is a launcher. So you can see it here. I just pulled it up with a hotkey through Sway. This file is, or what it does actually is read from a process. So it opens a file and it reads that file, and it's basically YAML right now, and you can just search for whatever's in there. There's actually 2 parts to the launcher. So you have the GUI, and then you have the search command. So what the GUI does is actually talks to a process or a program that you specify, and it passes in whatever you put in the search bar into that program, and that program is responsible for doing any searches that you want. So I've decoupled the search functionality from the GUI, so you could go and implement whatever kind of search functionality you wanted. The GUI, all it cares about is having a result of an icon and a title, and obviously the command to execute. So the program that you use to actually search things can return a wide range of things. You could return files, you could return URLs, shortcuts to websites, you could perform API calls to a website, and that kind of thing. The main thing is, like, when you press enter or you click on something, it should execute something. So, like, say you search for a result on Google, maybe your search implementation does Google search, and then you can click on a link and it opens a link. Or maybe it opens another program to open a photo and an editor. I don't know. You can get creative with it. That was the point. And I just wanted something nice to look at, and I just created something very simple because I wasn't a fan of free desktops way of organizing apps. So I just kind of allow myself to customize it however I need to do it. So if I type signal, it will just do that. There are issues. For example, like obviously like redraws. The way that it's redrawing like looks very kind of janky. And there's some further functionality I'd like to add to this, but it's been working pretty great for the daily driver of executing things. So that's kind of it. The other thing I was slightly worked on is this little status output, which for sway bar, but that's not a really big deal either. So that's it. Thanks for watching.